Chris Rock gon' be the reason we gon' blow. Boom.
And we're back with the Wireheads podcast. It's your guy, SBG.
And Trizale, what's up? We here, we on location.
We are on location.
We on location. Burner Boy, right? We on location.
Oh my gosh. And we here today with not the first or the second, but Sivers the Third.
I've had $1 for how many times I hear that this week.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
That'd be a rich man. I could buy a brand new studio, solar powered.
Siv's only press run, so it's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's only right.
We get and come and talk to our boy about what's been up. And
Yeah, but I consider Wirehead podcast like a extension family, extended family to the Red L team. You know,
appreciate that, bro.
y'all
Appreciate
caught
that.
us like right before all the craziness happened.
Yeah.
And now we in a whole different place, whole different situation. Deals on the table, so it's a vibe. So we can get into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
I
get onto
mean,
it.
I remember last time we had a pod with you, Sibs. You were telling us about stuff that was like bubbling and music videos and stuff like that. And obviously that was on the heels of Bridgetown,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was on the heels of Bridgetown. But since then, that was like what, 6 months ago? Bad with time.
And we were bumping Gusto after that.
Yeah.
Amazing song.
Yeah, I love that song. Bro.
Yeah. I still have it in rotation, but
Yeah, I love that song for sure.
So, but you know, I mean, talk to us about how things have changed because you're claiming.
All right, so where do I start? I finished 30 in Theory,
Right.
which was my last LP.
Sick.
It's been music I've been sitting on my whole life. Kind of my babies. Put it
Let
out
everybody
there.
know where they can find that.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Audio Mac. You can find it on all the links on my profile. Got my little
Right.
link tree.
You got your link tree.
Yeah,
you
set
got
up.
your tree going.
Hey, link tree thing is what I can't remember what it's called it, but we got something set up that you get all the links that you need. Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that. I did 30 in, and I was kind of lost. I didn't really know where it was at sonically. I was like, how do I get to the next level, like rapping? Because I was always like an old head. Like I still consider myself an old head, but I just do more modern stuff now. But it's like I was getting into like, how can I rap?
But that's an interesting
Next
thing
level.
to say because
I'm talking about next level rap.
But the-
Hard, you know.
but this is the thing, right?
What next
Because
level?
you finished that project and you're already thinking about how to evolve the sound. And I mean, there are a lot of artists who just bake the same bread.
They'd be content to sit on that.
Yeah. They'd be content to have the same content.
I think for me, like I wasn't in the position to I still independent and I'm not signed to any labels or anything yet. But it was just a situation where do I go next? I did all these visualizers. I've been all over getting on these Dayton awards. People loving the visuals. I get comments from everybody from Chantel to Taff to Rana Brother Gallus, and it's like where do I comments on IG cool, but it's like where do I go next after that? Like there ain't nothing solid on the table, and how do I kind of still do what I was wanting to do with Red L? Because at the time it was Red L Records, so that was Red L Publishing Incorporated. Because we wanted to really ferment our publishing leg of things. So yeah, I finished 30 in. I was lost, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something that is uncomfortable. Let me try melodic rap. Let me try doing something that sounds modern but still keeping that like OG stuff. So I was in the studio with my mixie, big ups to my mixie on the camera and the production, and I was having a conversation with him. I was like, yo, like I want to start a new album. I ain't really want to like go too heavy on it. Like 30 in, I ain't got no ideas of it. We can just make songs, and when things start to stick, we'll start to put it together. Shout outs to my other new label mate and business partner Lee Phillips. Yeah, so Lee Phillips was in the studio
I didn't even know that.
with my Mixie
Okay.
and Chris Rose working on her song. So Rose is in the corner, like going through just loops on his computer. So this is crazy. Like, so Chris Rose, if y'all don't know,
we know.
multi-platinum
But tell the people.
producer, you
Tell
know.
the people.
Yeah, shout out to
and
Chris.
Most humble energy ever. So Leah and Mix had a session. they were working on stuff, and Rose was just like in the corner, like with headphones
In
on,
his zone,
going through loops,
doing his thing.
right?
Yeah.
But then Rose was just going through loops on his laptop, like with the headphones on, and for some reason he took them out. I don't know why. I guess he wanted to like hear how it sounded without headphones, and just loop and loop. And I heard this one particular. I was not even focusing on what Rose was doing. I was focusing on what Mix and Lee was doing. And when I heard that loop, I got up and I went over. I was like, "Yo, I know I just met you." I don't want to be like one of those artists that's like kind of jump, but that shit is hard, bro. What's that? And he was like, nah, man, just loop.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I was like, so
So
I could rap on him. I was like, yeah, give me. That was it.
Easy, so
And that's how I really started Soul Food. I got it. I was like, yo, Mix, I got an idea for this. I could do it like this. He was like, all right, let me hear it. And I was like, all right. He was like, that's cool, but I think it needs like some pianos. And then Mix had the loop, played the pianos on it. We did the original OG Soul Food track. And we was like, yo, this is something special. Like this one got like a different sound that I feel like is a hit. So we were like, okay, what do we do? Where we go? Who do we know that we could like get this outside of Barbados?
Right. So immediately that was your thought for this record.
Yeah, because when I heard that song, bro, it was crazy because it was like
Wow.
in my head it was like it's a no-brainer. It's Rose. He's done platinum charting tracks, Billboard charting tracks. So it's like it's Rose. We just get somebody that could put us in the right position to connect everything.
Right.
And we went to Mixie recommended Odyssey Entertainment, Peter Headley and Barry Knight, which is one of the people that are facilitating us in this space.
Tonight.
And so we were like we had the conversation. They actually had a music lecture, like an online digital conference held by BACA, this new association for like artists and creatives. And me and Dorian were supposed to go, but shouts out Ghost. He had something to do. And I was just like, I know, I think it's going there early and just see what went on.
Boss is busy, so you're all solo dog.
Yeah. So I just came in, and I did like. He came in later actually. I think he did come in later. I come in early. I was there talking to Peter one-on-one for a little bit. But then they had some microphone problems with my mic, so I had to tell another new friend of ours, Neek Music, shouts out to Neek, to kind of just tell him, yo, bro, you ask some questions here. You can like type it in the chat for me. And he was like very interested that I was asking stuff like about publishing and royalties because most artists come in there like, yo, how can I get my song bust? Like, how can I get on Billboard? Which is fine, that's cool. Also part of the business too. But I really wanted to understand how do you make money off of the whole collection, publishing works and arts like that.
Right.
So long story short, got Peter's number, reached out to him, had a meeting, picked Soul Food to him. He took Soul Food, did what he had to do, sent it to a bunch of people on his site, connection ways. Everyone loved the song. But
good response right around.
Yeah, we actually sent him 3 songs. The Soul Food is the one that they latched onto.
Okay.
And so after that, we got the opportunity to have the song officially remixed by the studio out of Miami, Florida, by Whitfield Studios. A very established production company over there.
Okay.
So they heard Roger's production and they wanted to do their own spin because at the time, I didn't know this, but they had an artist in mind in terms of pitching the remix of the song.
Okay.
And that's how Blood Raw came into the
So that's who's on the track.
track. So Blood Raw is on the remix of the song.
Blood Raw.
Yeah.
So where's he at with?
I think Panama City, Miami, so Miami, Florida, that area.
Okay.
So when we heard the remix and now we had him on the track, it was like, all right, cool. Well, this would be a great way to build that connection, build that muscle, and linking up with like an artist that has been signed to Young Jeezy in the past, signed to an independent label now, doing his own thing, been hustling, kind of like an OG in the game. So I just kind of wanted to.
He has that sound.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
What's crazy? So when I heard the song Soul Food, hearing you sing or rap melodically, that's what we call it now, right? Rap melodically on the track. It's crazy because like that's not what I know.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like jarring at first, and I had to be like, "No, this is Sivs." And he was like, "Yeah, that's Sivs." So explain to me how you went there, or what the process of going there was like, because you stepped completely out of your comfort zone. You haven't like tiptoe. You like
Trace
All the way. We can hear Sivers.
Yeah, we can hear it as you.
Yeah.
We can hear the bars. Right?
Bars just want to get out.
For sure.
I'm telling you, bro.
For sure.
So tell me about that. Like, how did you even approach something like that? Or is that type
Did
of
you-
music something you do or you've been doing?
Well, I mean, I was gonna add, like,
Yeah.
did I mean, you talked about hearing the beat.
Mm.
When you heard it, was that what you felt was the style that you needed to put on it?
Yeah, instantly, honestly, the hook was the first thing that came first.
Yeah, because
I gotta play. Y'all heard the original? Are you heard?
I
You heard
have
any?
not-
we
I
haven't
have
heard,
not
we haven't
heard
heard the
the
original,
original.
just the
Only
original.
one, bro.
Only remix. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I can play all the original before we leave here for sure.
Okay.
And some other stuff that I got there.
But of course,
Awesome, like, you know. But yeah, like I would say this. I have always told myself I want to be that perfect bridge. I want to be that artist that able to do both. That able to do like the modern sound and the old school sound, and kind of try to find a bridge in the middle.
Okay.
But I felt like with 30 and it was more concentrated on that old school side of production, because that's the beats that I love. That's it's stuff like, you
That's
know,
like the core.
Wu-Tang for the Children,
Yeah,
that
that's
beat
the
for
core,
like
yeah.
Similat, like the beat for Gusto, like all those are like beats that I really just, that heavy boom bop, those samples, those chops, like on Bridgetown.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to try something different, and that's what Rock Basquiat is, which is my next project.
Hard name,
It's
by the way.
Dalek. It's Dalek. It's just a mixture of what people know from me before, we're doing now, and everything in between.
Have
to
you
be honest.
do you consider your style from before to be a more old school style? I mean, yes, you could. I mean, Bridgetown was definitely an example.
We have this
hear-
conversation. You know what it is? That's interesting.
No, but I mean, we can hear the influence. We
Mm.
understand the roots and your rhyme scheming and so on.
Yeah.
Right? But I've never felt that it was. I mean, it's not like when I listen to you, I hear, I don't know, Rakim.
Mm.
RS1 or
Right.
something
And
super
not
old
that,
school.
right, in terms of the flavor, right, or the style,
Yeah.
right? I mean, yes. So my point is, are you suggesting that bars is the link to old school? Because that would hurt our heart.
Sivs don't let you drop you. He dropped you on camera. Trying to catch
Boy. I what I will say about when I say old school, I mean in terms of whatever I do, I'm gonna still be me. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna be that like thought provoking. I still want people to think when they listen to my music. Or if you not thinking, it still want it to be like a vibe. It's still like a party, like an experience.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tap into that like more, I guess, younger side of me, because I felt like people like started to give me that like old spirit kind of energy, like. Yeah, man, you're the great rapper, you know. But it's like I ain't got the songs to play on radio, you know what I mean? So yeah, so it's like, but which I don't mind, because like I love the art of rapping. I love the art of freestyle. I love the art of putting verses together.
We still gotta eat.
Yeah, but yeah, at the same time, you still gotta eat. So that's the whole thing. I just wanted to do everything, because it's like I grew up Biggie, Luke, Jay-Z, Blue, Exile, MF Doom. It was like a mixed bag of like artists.
So okay. So like,
Cuddy, yeah, for sure.
So if that is the case, okay. So I know we're straying a bit because we were asking about how you moved into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who are your current favorites in terms of a more modern sound in hip hop? Like when you listen to hip hop these days, like who are the person? I mean, you talked about those more old school influences, but who are modern rappers with a more a contemporary sound? Is the word I want.
I got a bar like from my mom before. It could be real. Honestly, right?
Be real.
Who listening to these days has nothing to do with probably what I was listening to before. Honestly, like I listening to a lot of Lil Baby. I listening to a lot of Benny the Butcher. I listening to I guess Benny. Yeah. I listening to a lot of more drill music too, like mix, kind of like tapping me into the drill side, like showing me like how hard these men is, like you know what I mean, like so you could put Tion Wayne in there, you could put Millions in there, you could put Meeks in there, Central C in there, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I've been listening to these, and then I still listen to everything that is modern, like that is
A new release.
Right,
and I listen to the Roddy
Right,
Riches. I
right,
still listen to the
Right.
to the
Understood,
Tyler the
understood.
Creators.
Understood. So
Dope
you,
project, by the way, Tyler's project.
Retarded.
That's
well,
that's
you mean
that's an understatement.
Call Me If
but-
You Get Lost?
Yeah, but
I mean,
sonically,
come on. You what's
bar
your
ways,
perspective
how
again?
these songs
What do you
get
mean?
put together.
Best rap album for 2021.
That's your perspective.
That's my
right?
perspective on Tyler.
Best
Yeah.
rap album of
For
2021.
sure, facts. I
Well,
said
so-
it on camera.
You said it on camera.
I said it on camera.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
I mean, so that's how you felt. You felt that that's what fit
Yeah.
for the song, and you went ahead.
Honestly, bro, like, and then a lot of things was happening in real life. Like, so my other side is that I own a food business,
Okay.
and my old place I got evicted because of like health code violations on my landlord's part. So I was just in my shop one day cooling and get a letter.
Shout out to Kamote.
See my see my name, big government name on this letter. I was like, huh? Open this letter, read this letter. I was like, what is going on? I literally went to my landlord because she lives like next door to where it was. And I was like, yo, what's this? She was like, yeah,
This slow, yeah.
I was
This
supposed
slow, yeah.
I was supposed to tell you about this here, but essentially the repairs that they want me to do
Essentially,
are like 50 grand and up. I don't have that. And she was like, if you have it, you could do it yourself and they could pay you back. But aside from that, you got 30 days to find somewhere else because you can't stand
Wow.
it. That's the summary of it. I know it's skipping a lot of parts, but that is
That's
legit
what it
what
all boils
happened.
down to.
that's all right.
That is legit what happened. So then it was just like, okay,
Yo.
well, this is how I pay for everything right now. So I had to go and look for a new spot. I had to inform my staff obviously that this is not going to be a thing anymore. I had to try to adjust in life, and I ain't gonna lie, I was taking it rough. Like it was like I had to juggle all of that. Like I had great friends for sure. Shout out to Mixie, Lamar, Darwin, Vonna. You know what I mean? And she probably didn't want me to show she didn't camera, but it's
Oh, right, too late. No, too late.
she's actually the voice on Wu Tang for the Children, by the way, the intro part of it, and she's also going to be the intro to my next album as well. Yeah, spoken word,
I know,
spoken
right?
word specialist 19. But yeah, so yeah, that happened, and I was literally
And how did that coincide with COVID? Because I mean, COVID also hit.
my
people
business
in-
was struggling because of COVID, so that
And
was kind
then
of like
this-
the nail that kind of
Wow.
just hit that, and
Wow,
then like
that's
I had to disappoint my customers too, because it's like we were the people that were kind of providing like affordable meals in that area for them. So when that went away, it was like, where do they go? And then they had to
Sounds like a real
still had
turning
to
point.
back and network and try to get numbers and everything, but like that's why soul food sounds so like, I mean, it sounds more jovial, like the version that we have with Blaro, like the uplifting kind of thing, but like the original version they have with Rose was sad, bro.
Heavy.
It was sad and depressing. I ain't even gonna lie, but that's where it was at. You know what I mean? I was at like, where do I go from here? And then a bunch of stuff. My mom started having like some health issues, like pains in her feet. We had to get her like X-rays and like scans and stuff. There was a bunch of craziness going on. Then like everyone around me was like, okay, well, this is done now. You're the man of the house, preferably, and it's like, so you're gonna get a job. Like this rap thing is paying you, so you know what I mean? Like, you in studio with Mixie and Darren and Lamar every weekend, and the results ain't coming out. So what you doing? So it was like it was a lot of things. I had to kind of like, I would say boss up. I don't want to use that term, but I had to kind of like really like stand up for a lot of things that I believe in, and a lot of people that I believed in, and a lot of like things that I believed in. And yeah, so there was that going on, and soul food kind of happened around that same time, bro. Like I ain't even gonna lie, that was it. That was the song that kind of just made me like, alright,
It really sounds as if there's a really rich background to what went into making that song, and whatever came out of that
all
period.
the other stuff after it too, because it's like, even like I got a song called Hey There, very very sad. That song's I mean, it sounds like I wanted to rate it like an Outkast song, whereas like if you don't listen to the song close enough, it just sounds like a old, like a Juice WRLD kind of interpretation,
Right.
but if you listen to the lyrics and what I'm talking about, it's like about depression and suicide and drug abuse and that sort of stuff. So it's like, and then it had songs like we had Sumi too. Like
Sumi.
before this, I also was in a
Backstory,
relationship.
please.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Oh wow. This table should be red.
The relationship. No. We getting into it. We here. Anyway, y'all. I ain't for radio talk about none of this, though.
Black table talk,
It's
man.
the script, dog. It's in the script. Saving this for the podcast. But yeah, dog, like, I had a relationship before that. And it was like, it started to struggle during the Bridgetown side of things. Because it was like Bridgetown was happening. And it was every weekend I did not have the attention or time to put into my relationship. Like, it was supposed to, that's me taking. You take
You're being
accountability. I ain't saying nothing about the young lady, but that was my side of it. My side of it was like things was getting crazy for me, and I was like, I wanted to capitalize.
As a man with grays in my beard, I am impressed. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Now listen, like, I thought it was me. Let me start with wait. And little trick, that's like, I sit straight for me, real man, for that way. But yeah, my a lot. It was like when you was a kid. I know Beijing. We all Beijing here.
Yeah, for sure.
And your parents would say like, when one thing go wrong, you hold part of the skin up. So it's like one thing went wrong. It was just
rain is poor.
It's poor. It was just a trickle effect of things. And that really, made for great music, great for great songs. It helped me.
Life always makes for good music.
Helped me make this project. I would say that, but yeah, I just had to navigate the waters, and that's why Soul Food sounded the way it sounded originally, and I still feel like I like the remix as well because it gives like a different perspective. It's like more hopeful. Like, all right, you know what? We come from these places, and Black Rock. Yeah. I was there most of my life because I always said that my story is like riches to rags because I was a pretty privileged kid in teen. Like since regular school days, I was good. I was well. I ain't have nothing to sit here and complain about, honestly. But as they progressed, and obviously as a kid, you're attached to your parents' situation financially, home space wise. Parents were going through what they were going through with their divorce, and my mom had to do what she had to do, and I was living with her, and then like where she could afford was where we at right now. So like my whole environment changed, and that's why I rapped a lot about that on 30. Yeah. So like with Rap Basket, was kind of like a celebration of like, you know what? That's what happened. I can't keep harping on these same old stories. One of my favorite rappers, you asked me, Westside Boogie. He has a line where he's like, has a line where he goes, same song with the same woman, they keep rapping the same 16s. Started out like, it's like, you can't keep beating the same old proverbial horse like that. So I wanted to try different things, man. I wanted to do different songs, and that's really
awesome.
So you just said that life obviously was the inspiration behind a lot of the body of work that you've done thus far. So you have a full album, Rap Basket. You have all of those songs written and produced.
I would say we at like 65% in terms of like the structure of it. But yeah, we got good set of songs there. Like, cause after we finished Soul Food and we're like, okay guys, this is what's happening in stateside. We need y'all to prepare to get certain things set up. So that was like we had choices. Either we had somebody else handle our publishing, or we said we're not publishing company. That's where we approached one of our investors, Buffwood, Lamar Coward, and another guy that's not here, big ups to L90 Addy, as the two main investors. And my boy Wally, who has nothing to do with music, he was just like, yo, Sis, like, I believe in you doing. Let's do this. Here's some money. Do you gotta do with it? Yeah, we set up a company, set up BMI. We are actually all in this room BMI writers / cost gap. So cost gap represents us for the Caribbean. BMI represents us for the world. Our company, we're actually going through the process of finishing up the BMI, then eventually we can get into the mechanical licensing of things, and for like when we try to get our songs with the sync deals and everybody on the label. So we got a full roster right now. Aside from people in the room, aside from is my mixie on production, rapping, video. We got Poet on rapping,
everything though,
spoken word, everything in between. Lamar, Darwin had the management side of things. Bona did tell me when my songs trash.
Correct. Very important.
The in-house critic.
Thank you.
Adi's there as an artist and investor. We got Sleepy on the team now, like I was telling you. Unfortunately, Sleep Swamp will work, so we come here. We got Lee Phillips. We coming on. That's more. We can more announce that in the next couple of months and stuff. But she came on to the team too. We actually got a joint project together. That's sick. Like I tell you, we making enough music, so me and Lee got a whole joint project. We got songs. I don't even know if I have Joyride now, but I have a song with her called Joyride, and this song I believe in my heart is a hit, and
It keeps on evolving.
yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, like we got that project, so it's kind of crazy because we trying to finish. Sucks to be you guys again with that project. And we trying to finish Rap Basket at the same time. And we trying to finish Lee's project, which don't even got a name yet. And between like Lamar's project as well, because he got songs, he got singles.
So the man working.
Yeah. And his project, Mixie's project, Villain, is like we got a lot of things that we working on, and it's all a lot of different songs too. Because like Lamar is like Beijing mixed with
Mosh pit.
mixed with like that high energy, violent, like I would probably akin to like Deuce kind of like energy. But
He's done.
yeah, like, it's so interesting. I actually gotta play all some of that.
Nah, boy.
If we
Consider
before we leave
Deuce
here.
and Ezo.
That's true.
Dude,
Mixing stuff is like a mixture of like Caribbean and drill and contemporary R&B. It's like a bunch of different things going
I'm
on.
really
there.
excited to hear that music for sure.
My stuff is a bunch of things: R&B, blues, modern, still samples.
Trying to work for the Rock Soul collab.
Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah, we got a lot of songs there.
Well, speaking of
What
collabs,
is genre?
well, speaking of collabs, I mean, you will Rap Basket have both versions of Soul Food on it?
Actually, Rap Basket will have on the original.
We're gonna talk to you. We'll find out later if that's something that we could keep on the table, because obviously it's a collaboration. So
Yeah.
you know, it depends on where we put it in terms of comfort
But
for
the
everyone.
original,
But
Soul
the
Food
original
gonna be
definitely.
on Rap Basket for sure.
Yeah. And so any other collabs that we hear on Rap Basket are going to be local artists.
Yeah, so Lamar got 2 features on my project. Tell you, there's one in Lamar, you know. Unless they decide to use one songs with me, but no, I can be mostly Lamar.
I hope I get.
I'm not done. I got 3 other songs to make. I would love to see more. Funny thing about me and Mix, right, is like Mix is always like the studio like working on our stuff.
Right.
So like it's never really a time for him to like be a rapper unless it's like his solo track.
Let Mick shine.
I try to
Me.
All Mixies be saying every time we do an album, it's be like, I hope one day he gets a collab with Sivers Tha Third.
The thing is, right? We got a single called "Good Girls," right, and it's out, available right now.
Yeah.
And it's so in the midst of all the things that we doing
Yeah.
that neither one of the two of us have time to be like, yo, what? Good Girls on no streaming
Because
platforms.
we dropped the
guys.
girls
It's on
so it's
Spotify,
like
isn't it?
it came out during like that COVID period too. So it's like we couldn't even go out and like do shows. And that was also around the same time Mix had Welcome to Barbados with Brutal and Barry G. So it's like we wanted to really kind of like just keep the momentum going, and then COVID happened and I had to make
Cut
sure
me
I
off,
played.
boy.
So it
One
was,
time.
Oh yeah.
you can't do that with that
No,
COVID.
you can't. You know, COVID.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. Like that's where I'm at musically.
So
Of
you
course,
said that
y'all
you
can
had
hear some more stuff off camera. So I know, like,
can't
we don't want thing, but like, yeah, that's
Sorry about that. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
we'll be listening. You guys will
sure.
listen to it later. But
I want to ask a question. Do you plan to shoot a video for the Soul Food remix?
The
That's
remix.
that's
gonna happen.
We done already got.
We just
part
trying
of
to
that in
figure the
works.
logistics
Okay,
of
yes.
Okay.
are we going up there? Is he coming down here? Is
Okay, because you
Blah,
all
blah,
haven't
yeah.
actually met yet.
No.
Okay.
Right now, it's just
I
been
love music.
communicating between
Yeah, I mean, hey.
our represented, I would
Parties.
say facilitators, parties.
I mean,
business partners.
you
'cause that's
probably
kind of
met in the
what I'm
metaverse.
Probably.
The thing is, we could have shot that video in the metaverse too.
Yeah, I know, right?
There you go.
Working in
Okay,
2025
Avatar's ready,
right now.
man.
You gotta be like McDonald's banner, all that.
All that digital real estate. Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's the official stuff, guys. That's everything I gotta say with the album. So let me talk about some music though. No, real thing, like, cause I end it as a rapper.
So I mean, well, right. We definitely wanna promote.
Party podcast where we disagree. Yeah, I know. I like it when we disagree on music.
Oh, when we disagree on music. I mean, before we move on. Before we move off of that, definitely, this soul food is out for consumption.
No, okay, so the teaser is gonna be available in February. We're gonna put like a 1 minute and 30-second clip, which is gonna be like a kind of all the little promos that I've been putting on my page.
Okay.
It's like a collage of that.
Mhm.
We can put the minute teaser of that. That's gonna be the end of our local push for that, which is like, we did radio. We were supposed to do annual podcast.
Right.
Supposed to do We're Getting On as well, but I gotta wait until the voting process ends.
Mhm.
So that'll be the end of the local push for it, and then
Right.
the American leg of things is supposed to start in March. We're just waiting to get the approved dates.
Mhm.
The plan is to work in some interviews for across there. We already had 8 contracts for that, so it's just a matter of setting myself up to step into the outside world.
The outside.
Yeah,
You ready for it? Ready for it, Sibs?
Bro, I've been dog. Let me tell you this now. So let me talk
I
to
see
you.
it. Like,
These
I
men got
watch it,
me
I see
walking 5 miles I think every week for the last 6 months.
Who's these men?
This
Call the
man.
names.
Man,
Oh.
no. Respect to them though. Like, it was a program part of Odyssey's artists, because they're artist development and company. So like they were helping me kind of like put together a lot of things in my own personal artistic life, like making sure you keep your voice good, making sure you take care of yourself, and making sure you got the right mentality when you're in the studio. So
Correct.
that's why I really do see the difference. Like I've been way more focused than I have been in the last couple months.
So artist
And
development is a thing.
yeah, for sure.
It's a
So I've
necessity.
been being
Lose some weight.
for sure, yeah.
Right, because you said it, seriously, they literally got you walking. Like,
Yeah, so I literally been improving on all elements of life. I ain't gonna say that everything peachy keen, because as adults that's never the case. It's get rid of one set of problems.
As adults.
You get like 10 other problems. I'll tell you this, tell us something, right? I still remember the days where we was inside. I know I can come back to this every time we do a podcast. I still remember the days when we was inside the biology room at St. Winkle School, listening to like hip-hop music, all the men just like, yo.
As opposed
sir,
to
like,
studying and getting over here.
Yeah, of course.
The school was never a problem.
Yeah,
Study lyrics.
That was getting true, but it was like, yeah, bro, like that was really a interesting time. Like, whether it be me, Gibbs, and all the freestyles. Gibbs of Physics.
Gibbs of Physics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to a song from him the other day.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Gibbs still put on.
Yeah, he still put out stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was real foundation, and I trying to like get back to that with music, like trying to have like more fun with it when it was less about can I write a hit song, like,
Right.
because a lot of the songs I've been making these days kind of have the same pattern, same kind of melody, same kind of like structure. So it's kind of like when Rap Basket's done, like what's after that? I even know I still think about when
Well, I mean,
project,
that-
which I already know what I won't call it. You know what I mean? But it's like I still want like mixed style, like melody in, but I feel like after this project, I can definitely get back to like rapping for sure.
Right.
Even like been practicing, been writing a lot of verses these days going on. That's why I did the 50 Cent freestyle thing. I got one for Nas, If I Rule the World. I got one for Nelly. It's Getting Hot in Here. I got one for MF Doom, Saffron, which is the one with the It's for you.
Okay.
Full Trade.
Right, so my closing thoughts. Sibs, thank you so much for coming and talking with us. It's always a pleasure. We're really, really excited to hear these new records that you got, and if you could give us a little sneak peek, I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
SPG.
Keep your ears and eyes and senses out for Rock Basquiat. That's going to be coming soon. As well as Soul Food.
Yeah, for sure. Soul Food.
It's been a great pleasure to be here with Sivers the Third. Yeah.
Chris Rock gon' be the reason we gon' blow. Boom.